Hey everyone, it's a Phoam Ranger with Phoam Ranger Sports. Here another episode. Apologize, haven't been uploading more consistently. Just been a little lethargic and also prepping for the new job. Supposed to start this week, but got a little busy picking up some shifts and wasn't able to get a physical done or health assessment. And also need some little more time for paperwork and stuff. So on Friday, because recording this on January 8th, Thursday at 12:20. So tomorrow, we get a new employee health assessment done. Then it should be good to go to start at St. Luke's downtown on Monday, which will be all online on Monday, just orientation online stuff. So anyway, this is going to be a double, recapping two games on the women's side, getting caught up. First off, we start with the home game on this past Saturday, the third, when they hosted Grand Canyon. It was a bit of an ugly loss for the Broncos because they lost 7 at home. Sixth time ever playing Grand Canyon by a final score of 87-76. They were down pretty handily at one point in the game. Down like 16 or 14 or so, but made a ferocious comeback with like 6 minutes to go. They tied up at 66 all, but then they went ice cold and allowed GCU to go on a 21-10 run to end the game. Grand Canyon picked up their third win of the season against the Broncos to move to 3-11, 2-2 conference play, and lost to Grand Canyon, moved the Broncos to 10-5, 1-3 in conference play for the women's side. First quarter, Grand Canyon won. Well, the Broncos won them by 2 points, 18-16. Second quarter, GCU won that one, 28-15, to go into the break with a 44-31 lead. The Broncos did win the third quarter, 24-22. So again, the Broncos down like 10 plus at half. They made it closer, and then again with like 6 minutes left, the Broncos tied it up at 66 all. But then GCU ran away with it in the end. They won the fourth quarter. GCU did 21-19. The game was played in front of 1,911 fans. In terms of scoring for Grand Canyon, Chloe Lan played 30 minutes. She was 5-14 from the floor, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, and 4-5 from Charity Stripe. 8 boards, 3 fouls, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, and 17 points scored. Juliana Lamandola played 23 minutes, was 6 of 11 from the floor, 0 for 3 from 3, 4-4 from Charity Stripe, 2 offensive, 4 total boards, 3 fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 block shot, and 16 points scored. Anissa Jeffries, 29 minutes, 4-7 from the floor, 0 for 3 and 5-5 from Charity Stripe, 7 offensive, 14 total boards, 3 fouls, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and 13 points with double-double. Ines Zunia, 27 minutes, 5-13 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 of 2 from Charity Stripe, 1 offensive, 2 total boards, 3 fouls, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 steals, and 12 points scored. And Kaylin L. Schultz, 18 minutes played, 2 of 5 from the floor, 0 from 3, 0 for 2 from the line, 1 offensive, 4 total boards, 1 foul, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 4 points scored. Starting off from the bench, Elijah Douglas, 24 minutes played, 5 of 13 from the floor, 2 of 7 for 3, 3 of 4 for Charity Stripe, 2 boards, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, and 15 points. Sifa Joyus, 14 minutes, 1 of 2 from the floor, which are both threes. She only shot threes in the game, and 2 of 2 for Charity Stripe, 1 offensive board, 3 fouls, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 5 points. Curly Johnson, 15 minutes played, 1 of 1 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the line, 2 offensive boards, 2 fouls, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 3 points. Nora Moo, 14 minutes played, 1 of 5 from the floor, 2 offensive, 3 total boards, 1 foul, 2 points. And Diamond Wright played 6 minutes, all front for the floor, which was a 3-point attempt and 1 turnover. All in all, Grand Canyon had 16 offensive boards, 42 total boards, 21 fouls, 13 assists, 13 turnovers, 1 block shot, 7 steals. Fourth quarter, they shot 6 of 20 for 30%, 1 of 8 from the floor for 12.5%, and 3 of 4 from Charity Stripe. Second quarter, Grand Canyon was 10 of 17 from the floor for 59%, 4% for 3-point range for 57%, and perfect 4 for 4 from the Charity Stripe. Third quarter, they're a little cooler, 8 of 19 from the floor for 42%, 1 of 8 for 13%, 12.5% for 3 and 5 of 10 from Charity Stripe. Fourth quarter, they were even more cooler, 6 of 16 from the floor for 37.5%, 1 of 5 from 3-point range for 20%, and 8 of 8 from Charity Stripe. Altogether, they shot 30 of 72 for 41.7%, 7 of 28 from beyond the arc for 25%, and 20 of 26 from Charity Stripe for 77%. They scored 44 of their 86 points or 87 points of paint. 44 of 87 came from the paint. 21 points of Bronco turnovers, 22 sick chance points, 10 fast break points, 25 bench points. There are 4 ties and 1 lead change in the game. For the Broncos, Stanley Bass had a game high 25 points on 35 minutes, 7 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, 6 of 8 from Charity Stripe, 1 offensive, 2 total boards, 3 fouls, 1 assist, 5 turnovers, 1 block, 3 steals. Tim Thompson, 37 minutes played, 8 of 17 from the floor, 3 of 5 from Charity Stripe, 5 offensive, 13 total boards, 3 fouls, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block shot, 1 steal, 19 points scored, so a double-double from her. Levi Hutton played 30 minutes, was 5 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 4 from Charity Stripe, 2 offensive, 11 total boards, 3 fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 block shot, and 13 points. So 2 players for the Broncos had double-doubles in this game. Mike Hansen played 36 minutes, was 4 of 11 from the floor, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Perfect, 2 of 2 from Charity Stripe, 4 boards, 2 fouls, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 11 points scored. Nelly Pasco, 39 minutes, shot cold. By her standards, 1 of 7 from the floor, 0 for 5 from 3, 1 offensive, 3 total boards, 2 fouls, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and only 2 points scored. Bench production was pretty limited. Kenna Garza, 5 minutes, 1 of 1 from the floor, 1 of 2 from Charity Stripe, 1 offensive board, 3 fouls, and only 3 points. Emily Howard played 3 minutes game, was 1 of 1 from the floor, 1 of 1 from the Charity Stripe, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, and 3 points. Morgan Maldonado, 16 minutes off the bench, 1 of 5 from the floor, 0 for 3, 2 offensive boards, 2 fouls, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and 2 points. Mason Borcharding played 5 minutes, 1 board, 1 turnover, and Izzy Harms only played 2 minutes a game. Broncos had 13 0 boards, 38 total boards, 20 fouls, 14 assists, 17 turnovers, 3 block shots, and 6 steals. So another game the Broncos got out-rebounded on the offensive glass and defensive glass. In terms of team shooting, first quarter, 8 of 20 from the floor for 40%, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc for 40%. Second quarter, Broncos shot 5 of 12 overall for 42%, 0 from 3 and 5 of 6 from Charity Stripe for 83%. Third quarter, 7 of 16 from the floor for 44%, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, and 9 of 13 from Charity Stripe for 69%. Fourth quarter, 8 of 17 for 47% overall, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, and 2 of 3 from Charity Stripe for 67%. Overall, Broncos were 28 of 65 for 43%, 4 of 14 for 29%. From beyond the arc at 16-22 for 73% for Charity Stripe. Broncos have 40 points in the paint, 21 points off GCU turnovers, 10 sick chance points, 5 fast break points, and 8 bench points. So again, a bit of an ugly game for the Bronco women. Again, the game they got out-rebounded and gave up a lot of points off of our turnovers. Speaking of which, and GCU's 21 points off turnovers, 6 came in the first quarter, 12 the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Broncos got 8 there, 11 fast break points in the third quarter, 3 in the fourth. Second chance points, Grand Canyon had 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 12 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. Broncos had 6 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. So again, Grand Canyon did a good amount of damage off of our turnovers and off our second chance points. Those are 43 combined points for Grand Canyon. Again, Broncos 11 points of turnovers and 10 second chance points makes 21. Points from the bench. Grand Canyon had 6 in the first, 5 in the second, 9 in the third, 5 in the fourth. Broncos had 2 in the first and 6 in the third quarter. Points to the paint. Grand Canyon had 10 in the first, 12 in the second, 14 in the third, and 8 in the fourth. Broncos had 10 in each quarter. Fast break points. 1 for Grand Canyon first, 6 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Broncos had 2 in the first and 3 in the third. So again, bit of a tough going for the Broncos at home against Grand Canyon. Again, the loss dropped to 1-3 in conference play. After the game, they're 1-3 in conference play, 10-5 overall. And a bit of a colder game for the Broncos in terms of rebound defensively and with ball control and limiting GCU's ability to get points off of our turnovers. That game. And today, well, yesterday at this point, since it is technically Thursday, January 8th, as I'm recording this, they played at the Air Force Academy on the road. Game tipped off at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And the Broncos snapped a little skid. The one-game losing streak. They beat the Air Force on the road 70-59. Nice 11-point win for the Broncos. The win moved the Broncos to 11-5 overall and 2-3 in the conference play. The loss for Air Force dropped to 7-8 overall and 1-4 conference play. Of note, the GCU loss at home snapped the Bronco women's home game winning streak. It was, I think, at 9 games this year, or 10 games. Yeah, 9-game home win streak. Because again, that 10th win that they were celebrating in the road home came on senior day of last year. That carried over. So Broncos had 10 straight wins at home going into GCU game, because that didn't include senior night win for the Broncos, for the Bronco women. So now Broncos have 1-game home losing streak, but they won the road 70-59. Broncos won the first quarter 17-15, won the second quarter 14-8, won the third quarter 24-16, and lost the fourth quarter 15-20. Broncos went into the half up 31-23. The game was played in front of 526 fans. Broncos 70 points, or the four-headed monster. This game really led the way, being led this time by Nelly Pasco in a heck of a rebound game for her. She had 32 minutes, 9 of 11 from the floor, including 6 of 7 from three-point range, 5 boards, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 block shot, 24 points scored. If she can be more consistent and have more games like that, this team would be real tough to beat. Maya Hansen played 36 minutes. She really let the ball fly a little more than she has previously. She was 5 of 6 on the floor, 4 of 5 from three-point range, 1 of 4 from charity stripe, 2 boards, 1 foul, 6 assists, 6 turnovers, 1 steal, and 15 points scored. Danny Bays, 31 minutes, 5 of 13 from the floor, didn't make a 3, 0 for 5 from beyond the arc, 1 of 1 from the charity stripe, 1 offensive, 5 total boards, 2 fouls, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, 4 steals, and 11 points. Tim Thompson had 34 minutes, 2 of 6 from the floor, 0 for 2 for 3, 6 of 8 from charity stripe, 1 offensive, 7 total boards, 2 fouls, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 block shots, 2 steals, and 10 points scored. Libby Hunnan played 31 minutes as starter, 2 of 6 from the floor, 1 offensive, 5 total boards, 4 fouls, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block shot, 1 steal, and 4 points scored. From the Bronco bench, Mason Borcherding, 12 minutes. She was 2 of 6 from the floor, 3 offensive, 4 total boards, 1 foul, 3 turnovers, a steal, and 4 points scored. Jada Lewis played 4 minutes. She was 1 of 1 from the floor, also had assist, foul, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, and 2 points scored. Morgan Maldonado, 13 minutes played, 0 for 1 from the floor, which was a missed three-pointer, 1 board, 1 turnover, 1 block shot. Izzy Harms played 3 minutes, had an offensive board. Kenna Garza had 3 minutes, had a defensive board and a foul committed. Garrett Thompson played 1 minute in the game and had a foul and a turnover. Broncos in this game had 8 offensive, 34 total boards, 15 fouls committed, 18 assists, 26 turnovers, 5 block shots, and 10 steals. I always think about how better this team could be if they were better at ball security. Because again, they're averaging nearly 20 turnovers per game. And again, they could cut that down to 13 turnovers or less, and they can really be scoring well. They could easily get 85 points a game. I believe this team is that talented that they could be getting at least 85 points a game if they commit only 13 turnovers or less. They're shooting it pretty well. In terms of shooting, in the first quarter, they were 7 of 15 overall for 47%, 2 of 5 for 3, 1 of 2 from charity stripe. Second quarter, they're 5 of 7 for 71%, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 4 from charity stripe. Third quarter, they're 9 of 15 from the floor for 60%, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc for 43%, and hit all 3 free throws. Fourth quarter, they were a little cooler, 5 of 13 for 38.5%. Overall, 3 of 6 would be on the arc and 2 of 4 from charity stripe. Overall, the Broncos are 26 of 50 for 52%, 10 of 20 from 3-point range for 50%, and 8 of 13 for a below average 61.5% from beyond the charity stripe, or from the charity stripe. Broncos had 30 points in the paint, 20 points off Falcon turnovers, 6 second chance points, 9 fast break points, 6 bench points. There was 1 tie and 4 lead changes in the game. For the Air Force, Melanie Perry, number 2, 35 minutes played, 5 of 12 from the floor, 0 for 2 for 3, 7 of 10 from charity stripe, 5 boards, 1 foul, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 17 points. Number 14, Brett Clay, 32 minutes, 3 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 5 for 3, 1 offensive, 6 total boards, 4 fouls, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, and 8 points scored. Double zero, Jordan Devon, 23 minutes played, 2 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 4 for 3, 2 of 2 from charity stripe, 1 foul, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, and 7 points. Number 10, Jada McNabb, 31 minutes, 2 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, 7 offensive boards, 4 fouls, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 4 steals, and 5 points. Number 31, Emily Adams, 4 minutes played, 1 board, and that was it. From the bench, number 13, Keely O'Halloran, 22 minutes, 4 of 8 from the floor, 4 of 7 for 3, 2 boards, 1 foul, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block shot, and 12 points scored. Number 1, Alexis Cortez, 24 minutes played, 4 of 11 from the floor, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 offensive, 3 total boards, 2 fouls, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block shot, 4 steals, 8 points. And 24, Marissa Hargrave, played 18 minutes. She was 1 of 4 from the floor, 1 board, 3 fouls, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and 2 points scored. Number 9, Madeline Jensen, had 11 minutes, 0 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 3 from 3-point range, 2 boards, 2 fouls, and a steal. Falcons had 11 offensive boards, 30 total boards, 17 fouls, 15 assists, 19 turnovers, 2 blocks, 15 steals. Overall, they were 5 of 12 in the first quarter for 42%, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, and 4 of 6 for 67% from the charity stripe. Second quarter, 2 of 14 from the floor, 14%, 1 of 8 from beyond the arc for 12.5%, 3 of 4 from charity stripe. Third quarter, they were 6 of 14 for 43% overall, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc for 60%, and 1 of 2 from charity stripe. Fourth quarter, 8 of 18 for 44%, 2 of 6 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 2 for charity stripe. Overall, they finished 21 of 58 for 36.2%, 7 of 23 for 30% from beyond the arc, and 10 of 14 for 71% from charity stripe. 24 points of paint, 17 points on Bronco turnovers, 10 second chance points, 8 fast break points, and 20 bench points. So a solid win, a nice bounce back win for the Broncos after a bit of a disappointment at home against Grand Canyon. Of note in the Grand Canyon game, I think it was Danny Bays got into the 1,000-point club, and Tim Thompson hit both the 1,000-point club and the 500 career rebound club as well. So Broncos split over the weekend again, lost at home against Grand Canyon and won against the Air Force. This was the Broncos' first win on the road, with the last one being 82-77 win over the Aggies on January 8th of 2025. Broncos had lost 11 in a row on the road before this road win. Now they lead the all-time series against the Air Force 25-5, 11-4 on the road. The Broncos wore the blue uniforms, and this was their first win in blue uniforms this season. Again, the Broncos allowed 8 points in the second quarter. This was the first time the Broncos allowed under 10 points a quarter since playing Tulane on November 28th. Mason Borcherding tied career high at 2 field goals. Mike Hansen passed Camille Woodfield, who played 2000 to 2004, to clinch 9th all-time program history. Mike Hansen also tallied a season-high 15 points, season-high 5 field goals, career high for 4 3-pointers made. Leigh Hutton tied a career high with 3 assists. Natalie Pascoe is now 8th in program history with 1,374 career points. She passed Brooke Palcourt, played 2013-2017, and Joanne Burrell, 1994-98 with 1,352 and 1,358 respectively. Pascoe also moved 10th place in program history career field goals made, corner 498 to pass Mikhail Askew, 2012 to 2016. Pascoe also recorded a career high 24 points, season high 9 field goals, season high 6 threes. Tame Thompson gained sole ownership of 20th in program history in career blocks. She collected her 68th block in the Air Force game, passing Krista Peterson, 1998 to 2002. And her 2 blocks in the game was a career high. So Broncos are definitely come back to Boise more on a higher note with the win at Clune Arena against the Air Force. They will play Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon when they host Colorado State at home. I'll do a preview of that before Saturday. Probably about 20-30 minutes, so I'll do previews for both the men's and women's home game, men's home game as well after I get us caught up with the men's team a bit too. So, again, Broncos had a bit of a disappointing game at home against Grand Canyon. Again, falling early to them by double digits. They had a great run to get back to even at 66 with like 6 points left, but a bit of a letdown after they got it tied because there were like 4 straight possessions where the Broncos forced, or Grand Canyon didn't get a single basket in like 4 straight possessions, but the Broncos can take advantage of that. Then Grand Canyon started to pull away after that. At home, I was listening, following along the game a bit while I work, and again, they lost that game at home. Then again, Wednesday on the road, they won at Clune Arena again for the first time in 12 games. Snapped a 11-game road losing streak. And now coming into the game on Saturday, 2-3 in the conference and 11-5 overall.